Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is a bomber designed back when Eisenhower was president and nuclear warfare was still mostly theoretical. Yet today, it's not only still flying, it's being upgraded again, ready for another 3 decades of service. Let's explore how this 8-engine heavyweight from the 1950s evolved into one of the most dependable symbols of American air power. But before we dive into its latest enhancements, let's rewind to where it all started. In 1946, just after World War II, the United States faced a new adversary, the Soviet Union. The Air Force needed a bomber capable of flying to Moscow, delivering a nuclear payload, and returning without refueling. The B-36 Peacemaker just didn't cut it. It was too slow, too outdated, and overly mechanical. Initially, the Air Force resisted switching to jet propulsion due to the fuel consumption. That changed in 1948, when Colonel Worden gave Boeing a bold directive: ditch the propellers and pursue jet engines. Boeing's engineers came up with an unorthodox design: swept wings, 8 turbojets, and a swiveling landing gear that could pivot mid-air. This became Model 464. The prototype flew in 1952, and by 1955, the B-52A was airborne, capable of carrying 32,000 kilograms of bombs over a range of 14,000 kilometers. Each new version brought more power, culminating in the B-52H in 1961. Longer range, improved engines, cruise missiles, and intercontinental nuclear strike capabilities. The B-52 proved its worth in Vietnam, raining destruction from the skies. Despite heavy losses, the Stratofortress showed its resilience. It returned to action during the 1991 Gulf War, launching precision cruise missiles. In Iraq and Afghanistan, it provided hours of air support, dropping satellite-guided weapons. And just when many assumed its time was up, the U.S. Air Force declared the unimaginable. The B-52 will keep flying well past 2050. A machine designed in the era of slide rules now enters the digital battlefield with upgraded Rolls-Royce engines, advanced radar systems, modern cockpits, and smart munitions. For over 70 years, it has delivered warheads in every major conflict. The legend isn't being retired, it's being reimagined. Nicknamed Buff, Big Ugly Fat Fellow, it's unforgettable once seen. 8 roaring engines under a 56-meter wingspan, with a 14-meter tall tail, taller than a 4-story building. Its empty weight is 84,000 kilograms, fully loaded over 220,000 kilograms. It cruises at just over 1,000 kilometers per hour, with a range of 14,000 kilometers, extendable through mid-air refueling. Its rotating landing gear even allows it to land sideways in strong crosswinds, a feat no other bomber dares attempt. It may not be pretty, but it gets the job done. The Air Force has tried to replace it numerous times. The B-58 Hustler was canceled, the XB-70 Valkyrie was too expensive, the B-1B had excessive maintenance costs, and the B-2 was too precious to risk in combat. In Vietnam, B-52s dropped over 1.6 billion kilograms of bombs. In Desert Storm, it flew a 56-hour round trip from Louisiana to Iraq, launching cruise missiles. It delivered 40% of all bombs used in that war. In Iraq and Afghanistan, it flew endless loops, dropping GPS-guided payloads. It's a flying arsenal capable of carrying nearly 32,000 kilograms of bombs, mines, and missiles. It's constantly upgraded for precision strikes, modern communications, and maritime missions. At $70,000 per flight hour, it's far from cheap, but compared to other strategic bombers, it's a bargain. The B-1B costs over $100,000 an hour, the stealth B-2 a jaw-dropping $150,000 plus, and the upcoming B-21 is expected to be even more expensive. The B-52, built for $14 million originally, about $120 million today, delivers more firepower for less. The B-2 costs $2 billion per aircraft, and the B-21 will come in at around $700 million. For sheer strike capacity per dollar, the B-52 is unmatched. But even legends need upgrades. Its TF-33 engines, in use since the Kennedy era, are noisy, fuel-hungry, and hard to maintain. Some parts need to be custom machined. That's why, in 2021, the Air Force awarded Rolls-Royce a $2.6 billion contract to supply 608 new F-130 engines. These are quieter, cleaner, 30% more efficient, and boost range by up to 40%, all while reducing maintenance costs. The B-52 will retain its 8-engine configuration. Switching to 4 larger ones would require an expensive fuselage redesign. Instead of reinventing the aircraft, the Air Force went with smarter upgrades. The result? Greater range, lower emissions, and future-ready systems, all within the iconic look and thunderous sound of the B-52. It may look like a relic, but under the skin, it's packed with 21st century tech. The Russian Tu-160 White Swan, in contrast, favors speed and showmanship. It's faster and newer, capable of Mach 2, but it burns through $200,000 per flight hour, has low readiness levels, and only a few are in active service. The B-52 may be slower, but it flies farther, more frequently, and more reliably. The Tu-160 is a show horse. The B-52 is a workhorse. In real warfare, endurance wins, and the Buff keeps flying on missions around the world every single day. Set to serve until at least 2050, the B-52H is becoming the B-52J. New engines are just the start. It's receiving a digital cockpit, upgraded communications, and a state-of-the-art radar. The Apogee 79 ASA, adapted from the Navy's Super Hornet. This gives it advanced tracking, mapping, and target acquisition. Analog gauges are gone, and crew size will shrink from 5 to 4. Pilot, co-pilot, weapons officer, and electronic warfare officer. Where the original B-52 dropped unguided bombs from high altitudes, the B-52J will launch hypersonic missiles at Mach 5 from thousands of kilometers away. Its new long-range weapon, the AGM-181, is a stealthy nuclear cruise missile with a reach of over 2,500 kilometers, and each bomber can carry up to 20. Future payloads may include hypersonic strike weapons as well, and if needed, the B-52 could return to full nuclear readiness. Congress is already discussing updating a portion of the fleet for strategic deterrence. These aircraft will become flying test beds for hypersonics and networked warfare, able to coordinate with fighters, drones, and satellites. They may never have to enter enemy airspace. From 100 kilometers away, they can wipe out airfields, sink ships, or eliminate radar stations at the push of a button without ever being seen. The Air Force plans to retire both the B-1 and B-2 in the next decade, but the B-52 flies on. It continues to serve, to adapt, and to lead. It's on track to be the first military aircraft in history to stay in service for a full century. And if this flying relic turned 21st century powerhouse blew your mind, you might want to hit subscribe.